Gaffer, Bolton to come on Saturday. How much are we looking forward to getting back home, first of all?
Yeah, it's felt like a long time since we did the Northampton game. It wasn't a great performance and it's felt like a long time since we last played at home. So looking forward to it against a good team, obviously a big club. So it should be a good day, should be a good game.
I read during the week that Bolton have had the most shots from inside the box and outside the box in the league so far this season. Where do we need to be strong on Saturday, do you think?
Well, listen, they've got good footballers, they've got two good wingers, whichever two play. They've obviously recruited really well. Burstow was someone that we liked. Force is an unbelievable signing for the level. And then they've got good midfield players that can handle the ball. So listen, they've got the strengths, but Bolton in League One, you expect them to have the strength. So we're under no illusions it'll be a tough game, and we respect that they're a good opposition. But they've not won too many this year as well, so they've obviously got weaknesses in there.
They edged us out a couple of times last season as part of the preparation. Do you look back at our games against them at all?
A little bit, but I think the time when we played, Schumacher was a manager in the second game last year. Obviously Ian Evatt, I thought we should have beat him at home, but away we was winning, and then obviously we had no fit centre backs on a day. And we had to put Sweens in that centre back, and they made a really clever. Shuey made a good substitution and put in, I forget who it was, but a big strike up against Sweens, and we struggled. We struggled with any physicality. Give a stupid penalty away to let them back in the game, and it was just that phase where we'd got all our centre backs injured, and it was on that run where we lost 4 or 5 on a bounce. So yeah, not too much relative about. I think they've changed a little bit this season as well, the way that they're playing. So although you look back, it's a new season, new squad, so we're concentrating more on what has just happened in the last 4, 5, 6 games.
We had a couple of disappointing results. We're now back-to-back wins. How much has that done for confidence?
It's the nature of the season, isn't it? It's League One football, it's Championship football. A lot of the Premier League teams are the same, unless you get like a Liverpool that win most weeks. I think the players have took confidence in the last couple of games. I think Ballard has joined the club, been outstanding, got great personality, settled in really, really well, scored in his debut in terms of the league. Connolly scored a goal, was exciting, was a threat. Karoma got 3 assists. Charlie come on and scored the winner. The game the other night against Watford, Sonny Perkins and Azim was excellent in their performance. So they should be full of confidence. We've unfortunately lost Ollie O'Neill, who'll be out for a couple of weeks with a hamstring. So in terms of the forward players, they should be confident now. We're scoring goals. He scored 6 in our last 2, and we've got goals in our team. We just need to continue it and strive to keep improving.
Before Don was here, you mentioned about Aaron playing in the 10. That happened on Saturday. They both scored. From a manager's point of view, that must be really pleasing.
Yeah, I think they're different. Ballard always wants to occupy the shoulder. He's ready to press. Conley's an outstanding footballer with a ball at his feet, so it gives you that balance. You don't really want your 9 all the time coming to feet and dribbling, because when he's coming deep and he's dribbling, you're one short in their last lines. So Ballard's been a really good signing with us, not just for his ability, but I think his characteristics and his personality have fitted in with the group. I think we needed that kind of character. And like I said, it's allowed us to drop Conley, who I think is exceptional with a ball at his feet, a good dribbler, clever, who can move off the sides of people. So again, we're just going to keep getting better, because that's the first time against Port Vale that team has ever played against with each other. So said it for weeks and weeks, we're work in progress, but I think in terms of the attacking stage of the game, sometimes when we get it right, we look pretty exciting.
You mentioned Ollie there is going to be missing on Saturday. How's the rest of the squad looking?
Similar, Alfie Lloyd is going to be 4 to 6 weeks still. He's getting better, he's improving. Zeka Biro's improving, but will still be 4 weeks plus. Joe White, we think, will be another 10 days. I don't think I've missed anybody else out. But yeah, we would like them fit, but it is what it is. It's just an opportunity for other players to continue to do well.
And Bolton, we've touched on already, massive club at the level. How much of a role can the supporters play to help us on Saturday? Yeah,
I mean, I think that we've had an away game at Port Vale where their crowd was excellent, made it difficult for us in the second half, and we do that to the opposition. When you play against a team like Bolton, you've got 2 options. You come in a mid-low block and you frustrate them, which can not necessarily get our supporters involved, or we can be really aggressive, and when we get the rewards of that, we need our supporters on side. Sometimes we're going to need to drop deep and defend the spaces, because they do like running through gaps, and they've got clever players and wingers that can come inside. But we say, you ask me the same question every week. Our supporters are unbelievable, and when we haven't got a stadium as big as Bolton, but sometimes when you've got a stadium that only holds 9,500, it's full and it's right on top of you, it can be a really daunting place to come, especially when we're on it. Other teams throughout the last few years have found that, so keep it up.
And just lastly, Saturday is our annual Academy Day. So important that we celebrate the work of the Academy and the impact it has on our first team squad.
Absolutely. Sometimes the Academy frustrates me because we sell players. We sold a player last year to Manchester City who was doing really, really well, and he could have got into our first team, but we have to sell him too early at times. But then when you do see the likes of Sweens, who scored against Manchester United a couple of weeks ago, scored his penalty, then Dan Hatt, who's obviously vice captain of the club, there's nothing better than, I've seen it as a Man United supporter, I've seen it for a number of years, where you see youth products get into the first team. As a supporter, there's nothing better than that, to see people that have grown up in your local area, to young kids that watch them, that they can follow the same path as what Dan Hatt, Jaden Sweeney, Shadrach Ogie, Hector Kipianu, Ruel Soteriou, that all them lads can obviously go on and forge a career here or be it somewhere else.